It's another day, and we want to share an update on our job hunt journey. We started a series of video where we
Mm.
shared that you know,
We lost our
jobs. Yeah,
jobs.
that's to put it in the worst state. We lost our jobs,
Yeah.
and instead of panicking,
Yeah.
we came together and decided to use the opportunity to, do like a retrospect and also relaunch, get back into the market and start applying. And
Mm-hmm.
we've been providing updates on how we've been progressing with our job hunt. You
Yeah.
know, some of the things we shared, some of the things we've been doing. We've been massively applying for jobs. I think I've done more applications.
Actually, he has done more
Yeah.
applications than I did.
On one night, I did 70 something applications.
Yeah,
Um,
there was a week you did over
yeah.
120 applications.
Yes. So, but it just happens that as I'm doing the applications, I'm also getting a lot of unfortunate leads
Yeah.
and all
Those ones
that.
are normal.
Yeah.
I'm also getting them.
And we've also moved into doing interviews.
Yeah.
We share, I think in the last video, we shared that we had done some interviews
Couple of interviews.
and
There
we're
was a week
waiting
I
for,
had back to back
yeah.
interviews. It was crazy, I must tell you.
Do you want to share some of things
Uh
about around your interview?
about around the interviews. Well, what's there to I mean, yeah, so I threw in the applications and the interview started rolling in and of course I started preparing for them. What do you want me to share about the interviews?
How did it go?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so some of the interviews, of course, they will come back to me and tell me, unfortunately, um, there were very good candidates. You were very good in this area, but we just had to move on with some other candidates. In fact, there was one particular interview that really touched me because they wrote every good thing about my interview. And they said the reason that they were not going to take me was because I didn't have um, environmental science background.
Oh my God.
So they said my interview was good. They liked my experience. They really wanted, in fact, they wanted my experience, but that the only thing was that they had to go for the person who had environmental science background, and that's not my background. Even though I believe that I could do the job because it was a research based job. And based on my last role, I had the experience to deliver on it. But yeah, such is life.
Yeah, same with me. I've had interviews and I've also gotten some unfortunately feedbacks.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them that really pained me. I looked forward to it because that job I didn't actually apply for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a referral, in the organization I had worked before. Um, a senior executive sent my CV to a new um, manager who was constituting her team.
Hmm.
So she reached out to me, had our first chat, and it went really well.
Okay.
And I was scheduled for an interview, and we had the interview.
Hmm.
I gave my best. I was dropping internal names, internal jargons to show that
Yeah.
I'm
You
actually the
you're the
best
guy.
person
You're the
who's
guy for the
qualified for
job.
this role
Hmm.
and all that. In the course of the stuff, she said, and that at the end of interviews, you have this opportunity to ask questions.
Yeah.
And so I learned that you can actually use that and ask them from the interaction that how do they think you can improve?
Hmm.
What's the advice for you? So, and she dropped a hint that I was a little bit more technical
Okay. Now what she
that she
needed.
wanted. That she wanted somebody who was more customer facing, or customer
Okay.
interface, user experience, um, it's more like
All right.
operation based sort of. So I just said that I've worked in those areas in the past, so there wouldn't be a problem for me.
Mm.
So
So on that, I would say that what I'm picking from that is before our your interview, nothing stops you from emailing the recruiter or the hiring manager to try to find out what they expect of you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm thinking now in
Mm,
hindsight, if you knew this was what you wanted,
mm.
you would have been able to tailor your responses to the questions, to reflect your experience in customer facing roles or customer experience and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So that's something to actually take away from that feedback. So before your interview,
Mm,
you've gotten an interview mail, it's been scheduled, or even while you're applying for that role, it's
yeah.
good to send in like an
Yes.
informal mail to ask what they really expect from you.
What they're looking
Yeah,
for
what they
in
are
the role.
looking for. So that way it helps your preparation for interviews when you're invited for the interview.
Yes, and what you just said is very important, and it's not something that we are used to coming from our own
Yeah.
background,
Mm.
from Nigeria, where we are. But
Okay.
here, I learned. In fact, I interviewed for a particular role in the past,
Mm.
and after the interview, I wasn't taken. Um, so I requested for feedback. So the hiring managers scheduled a time with me and said that when you apply for a role, that you should actually reach out to the hiring manager to ask and find out
What they are
what
looking
they are
for.
looking for, the person they're looking for. And,
Mm.
you know, to them, to him, he said that that shows that you're serious about the job. So
Yeah.
it's something that you can also consider doing, and it's important. So at the end of the day, for that particular role,
It got an unfortunately.
they said there are a lot of candidates,
Yeah,
that
that's love
showed and
letter.
all those those
I
beautiful
think
things that
sometimes it's
you are
templates.
qualified, da
Yeah.
da 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 da. But we had to choose someone else. Okay,
Mm.
yeah. So that
It's
was
okay. So another thing I would like to say, and again, is feedback. I think that it's very good to get your feedbacks when you get those unfortunate emails. This is something I was doing throughout all my interviews. When I get those unfortunate emails, I write back and ask them, so can I get a feedback on my interview so that it could help me to improve in my future interviews? And those feedbacks were really helpful. Yeah, so I always did that, and I would advise you, if you're looking for a job, always request for feedback.
yeah.
And
So I think in terms of results, do you want to share the
yeah,
results?
so I have some results, and that's why we're bringing this feedback, this update, because we started watching this series when we had the first videos where we said, we had, moved on from our jobs and we were applying. So just for you to know that, when you do the needful, when you do what you need to do, you will definitely get a result. So if you're watching this video and you're also in that situation where you're looking for a job, just know that it's not going to be forever. So I have some good news. So I've gotten some offers already. I've gotten about 2 offers, and I'm also expecting a third one. So yeah, so
Yeah,
I've gotten 2 offers already. I'm not going to mention the names of the company.
definitely.
Yeah, so the first one I'm going to be resuming later in this month, okay, towards the end of the month. And in fact, currently I'm running through my what do you call it, the onboarding, and
Onboarding process.
filling out those forms and all that. And very good offer. I'm very excited about it. And yeah, so I've gotten 2 offers, and that's to say that, yeah, you just what these things work.
Yeah,
You
I,
know, these
I've got
things
something to
work.
say on that.
Okay.
I've got something to say on that. Part of why we are sharing this is we want to show you that this works. This
Yeah.
formula, there's a formula for, looking out for jobs. Coming from our background, when this thing happen to people,
Yeah.
they, when this happen to people, they approach it from
It's
a
fine.
possibly religious perspective, um, you know, and try to either
Blame the
blame the
devil,
devil, or
or push it to
pray
God,
to God and all those things.
something
We're
spiritual
trying to
is
demystify
kind.
that these
Yeah.
things are empirical, right?
Yeah.
There is a process. There's
Mm-hmm.
something required of you.
Yeah.
You need to go through the process, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
most of our people don't understand.
Yeah.
So what you need to find out is what is required,
Mm-hmm.
and you go acquire those skills and follow through the process. And when you do that, you achieve what you want.
Yeah.
On my side, I haven't received an offer yet.
Yet. Yeah.
I'm optimistic. I have
Some
some
pending.
pending
Mhm.
decisions that almost I'm sure that like, but I don't know when.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would come. But despite that, I'm still applying,
Yeah.
and I'm expecting some more interviews, and I'll continue.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, that's it.
yeah, we just
We
wanted to provide these updates
and
since.
and feel free if you have questions around job hunting, you want to learn about the surefire formula for job hunting and landing jobs, especially in the UK
Mhm.
and any part of the world. Feel free drop comments and get in touch with us, and we can share our experience further.
Yeah.
So
So see you
thank you.
again some other time and have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye.